Well, I'm going to talk about my Multifix style tool holdage system. So far I like it quite a bit. But anyways, this is made by Pewe tool in Germany. They advertise some of their stuff on eBay. There's also a Chinese version which right off the top has a blue fixture on top. This is apparently brass. It's a casting. But anyways, that's what sets the vertical distance. And like all tools, they need to be on the center line. I took my OXA system off and made a spacer here. Otherwise the nut would be down on the thing. I didn't make a special bolt. To change the tool, you put this in the center, this lever, and lift this off. One of the features I like about this, you can change the angle just by pulling it around. Reset the tool holder. Sometimes you got to fight with this. Is a new one, so things are tight. So it's a little tight. Anyways, there. It's got to be in the notch. So there you go. Once you put your tool holder on the post, you have to lock it by pulling. It'll lock to the rear if that's convenient. To switch around, you center it up here. There's an eccentric in this that draws the ends together and clamps the post. To switch around for a boring operation, one of the nice things about this, if you set it up square, you can switch to you can put a boring tool in pretty quickly. You don't have to loosen the nut and switch it around like the wedge type OXAs. You know, I made a pretty good investment in the OXA, but I got kind of dissatisfied with it because I felt that it was a bit too flexible. Anyways, once the tool post is squared up, you can go back to being squared up with the with everything quite fast. They give you a tool to tighten it in. This is just a square drive. Like so. I had to drill the end out, the burrs or leftovers from broaching the square hole didn't permit this to go on here, so I drilled it out to fit on there, and then I can use that to tighten the vertical adjustment lock. So anyways, that was a minor modification. So far I'm pretty pleased with it. You know, switching tools just is a matter of grabbing the next one and slipping it online. This happens to be a round high-speed steel that I cut to make a shear tool. So anyways, that's really about it. So far I'm pretty happy with it. It is sturdier. It is less flexible than the OXA tool post I had most of my experience with. It's not quite as sturdy as I hoped, but that's a product of this old Enco lathe, I think, as much as anything. So that's pretty much it. You can disassemble the whole thing pretty easily for cleaning. There's an oil hole here, an oil button to dribble a little oil in on the eccentric. That's really about all I have to say. It's very pricey. This is much more expensive than the Chinese version, but I think it's a lifetime investment. Those of you who watch A-Bomb 79, on some of his lathes, or one of his lathes, he's got a multi-fix style, which is a much bigger unit than this one, because it's a much bigger lathe. But as it wears in, the tool change is much easier, much quicker, because it's a little sloppier than this is. This is brand new. The first few changes, I had to be very particular about getting this in just the right spot. But as I use it a little bit, it's loosening up some. So there you go. This is an AS size, and the different tool bits are actually labeled. This is an ASD 1660. This is an ASH 1665. And this is an ASD 1660. This will take a 5/8 bit. I've got 1/2-inch bits in there now. I always lean towards the larger tools. Just as preference, I guess. I can't imagine there's any real reason for it. Certainly this thing would handle 1/4-inch tools. You just have to space it and set it up on the vertical height the way you want it. It's a matter of choice. Anyways, this pulls off, but it's handy to store it here for me. So there you go. I do recommend, as far as chasing chatter goes, to make a substitute for your compound. Now, this post, this plinth, I guess some people call it that, this is the same height as the compound. And I originally had one that was much taller, but it worked okay with the OXA tool post system. But I cut it down to suit this, and that gives me the fullest engagement. That gives me the fullest engagement with the tool post. As you can see, that there's quite a big area that engages the tool holder. I think that helps to make it a sturdier, a more rigid system. That's about it. This is a 9x20 lathe, so this size seems to be, it is what the owner of Pewe Tools recommended for this lathe. He asked me about the distance from here to the center and about the power, and this has got the original 3/4 horse Chinese motor. So anyways, this is a long video. I'm shutting it down. Hope you guys have a good day. It's beginning to look like we're gonna have to get an annual virus shot for the Pfizer vaccine to maintain immunity or whatever. You do what you gotta do. It seems like the incidence of COVID-19 in my area is tapering off. I see a lot of people don't bother with masks, and maybe they should. I don't know. Have a good day. Bye.